Hello! Today I'm sharing best practices of developing Solana programs with Anchor framework. They, in combination with the Rust best practices from the previous video, will make your life much easier. From coding style to security and performance, let's jump in with our first block. Clean, maintainable code is the foundation of great Solana programs. Let's build in right with these tips. Code structure and modularization. Group logic into modules like metadata initialize and use structs marked with account macro to separate validation from logic. Descriptive names and modular functions boost readability and reusability for audits and new features. More about the Anchor program structure in this beginner-friendly guide. Consistent naming conventions. Use descriptive suffixes like vault and authority for accounts and PDAs and avoid vague names like data or temp. Group instructions in modules like mod metadata, etc. Clear naming makes your code self-documenting and saves debugging time. Document for future you. Use // documents for instructions, accounts and errors and add a detailed README file with setup steps. Good documentation saves time for you and other devs. It makes your program easier to use and maintain. Now let's lock down your program with battle-tested security practices. Always validate signers with has-one constraint or manual checks, as skipping signer checks lets anyone call your instruction. Use those constraints to prevent revival attacks. Before closing accounts, override fields with default to prevent state leakage. Constraints are helpers, not total safety nets. So don't rely on them alone. Manually validate external data. Watch the Anchor Constraints deep dive video to master constraints. Program governance and control. Secure your upgrade authority for upgradable programs and test on DevNet to avoid breaking. Set it to none for immutable programs. Implement a freeze authority to pause programs in emergencies like security breaches. Never leave upgrade or freeze authorities open in production. This ensures robust control over your program lifestyle. CPI safety. Validate accounts and program ID before CPIs, as Anchor doesn't check targets automatically. Never forward unchecked signer seeds or bumps, as malicious programs can exploit them. Avoid unnecessary account mutability. Only mark accounts as mute when they need to change, as mutable accounts increase compute costs and attack surfaces. Keep read-only or signer accounts non-mute unless modifying them. This keeps your program lean and secure. Review account ownership. Verify ownership for non-Anchor accounts like SPL tokens or NFTs. Attackers can spoof accounts with fake PDAs if you skip this check. Ownership validation protects your program's logic. Performance testing and debugging lets optimize performance and ensure your program is rock solid with testing and debugging. Account size management. Allocate precise account space with myAccountLan or init space for Anchor programs of versions 29 and up to avoid wasting sol or causing runtime panics. And don't forget to include Anchor's 8-byte discriminator in calculations. Precise sizing saves rent and compute units. Zero copy accounts. Use zero copy with account loader for frequent reads and writes to cut CU usage. Skip runtime deserialization for speed, but manually enforce safety as automatic checks are bypassed. This is ideal for high-performance apps like DeFi or games. Store PDA bumps in accounts to avoid costly find program address calls. This is critical for vaults or CPIs needing redirection. Persistent bumps save compute and simplify client code. Testing and CI. Test like a hacker to find weak spots. Write unit tests for every instruction and use fast testing to uncover subtle logic errors. Set up CI on GitHub to catch bugs early and avoid mainnet issues. Skipping failure tests leaves your program vulnerable. Program logs for debugging. Logs help you debug and catch issues fast, but the best practice is to keep only essential logs in production and remove verbose debugging to reduce CU usage. Use SMG macro with key log to log pub keys efficiently, avoiding costly base 58 strings. Remove verbose logs from production and use Geyser plugins for mainnet monitoring. Finally, let's future-proof your program with these maintenance tips. PDA seed design. Use consistent fixed seeds like Vault, use a key as ref, and include bumps to ensure secure and predictable PDAs. Avoid variable lengths or user-supplied seeds unless validated to prevent spoofing. Deterministic seeds simplify client SDKs and enhance security. Instruction design. Lean instructions reduce bugs. Keep instructions focused, handling one task well, and use parameter structs for clear inputs. Reuse validation logic and custom functions to avoid duplication. Single-purpose instructions are easier to test and maintain. Error handling. Define custom error code enums and use require macros for clear, actionable error codes, avoiding panic or silent failures. This makes debugging easier for you and users. Descriptive errors speed up troubleshooting and improve reliability. Clear errors equals faster fixes. Use version instructions or account flags for backward compatibility. This lets you evolve your program without breaking existing logic, essential for upgradable or long-lived apps. Upgrade-safe account layouts. Think forward. Design account layouts with upgrades in mind. When modifying account structs, always append new fields. Never reorder or delete existing ones to preserve deserialization compatibility. Use option enum for fields you may initialize later and test schema upgrades on DevNet. This avoids panics, preserves existing data, and makes future upgrades seamless. Profile and optimize CU usage. Use computer fan macro during development to profile specific functions or instructions, especially for optimizing bottlenecks like serialization and PDA derivation. Use CLI tools like Solana Test Validator Log or Anchor Test to measure total CU usage for transactions during testing, ensuring you stay within Solana's 1.4 million CU per transaction limit, as explored in the Solana in Numbers video. Optimize often to avoid rate limiting and reduce costs. This keeps transactions fast and cost-effective. For the 20th tip, I'm asking you to share your ideas in the comment section. What would you add to the list from your experience? I cannot wait to read them. Thanks for watching. Bye!